Man of Society, it is your host with the most, Shadowloke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed. It is absolutely free. You'll help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. You go ahead and do that. It's free. You can turn down free stuff, bro. Now, what I wanted to talk about was the breakdown of nowadays narcissist slash sociopath. Because well, every sociopath is a narcissist, but not every narcissist is a sociopath. There's a difference. So you could say sociopath's worse. So, but they share a lot of things in common, right? That's why I decided to mention both of them, right? Now, in this day nowadays, right, modern era, right, it's a lot more difficult for narcissists and sociopaths to, how could I say, weasel around, right? Before it was a lot more easier. As a matter of fact, in person is a lot more easier for them because in person there is no rewind, right? There's no rewind button. And as a matter of fact, there's no proof for you to prove what you're saying, right? So, a narcissist and sociopath constantly lie. They're manipulators. They manipulate stuff in their favors. You know what I mean? They take advantage of people. That's their game, right? And they're the masters of it, right? It's even hard for, a professional to get into the mind of a narcissist or sociopath, right? Because of their constant lies, right? This rabbit hole that you go down to, right? It's really hard to separate what's real from what's fiction, right? When it comes to trying to understand their personal life, right? Because they lie so much. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's difficult, right? For even trained professionals. Because they've been doing it for so long, they're masters at their craft, right? But like I said, behaviors like that always have flaws, and it's their own egos that is always going to be their downfall. More nowadays because of social media, right? When someone tries to be a con man, right? Or somebody is a narcissist or sociopath, a con artist, and decides to hop online, this is where things for them start to get really sticky, right? Because unlike in person, they went their whole entire lives manipulating and spinning lies and web of deceitment. People didn't have no proof of this, right? And they couldn't prove it, and you know what I mean. It was a lot more easier for them to get their ways, let's just say, right? But on the internet, it's a different ball game, right? Because the amount of people that are watching you, right? And they could just go back and rewatch the video or rewatch it or, screen record it or whatnot. Right now they have proof and evidence. One of the reasons why, Donald Trump, as soon as he became president, it's like his whole world came crashing down because now he's front row. He's on camera now all the time. So now all his lies are getting, recorded and replayed and thrown out there. So now it's a lot more difficult for him to say stuff or weasel his way around, right? Because now there's evidence. So he has nowhere to run, right? That's why he was always miserable, right? Because people were pointing out his lies, and he would create more lies to cover those lies, and things just started spiraling, right? And there's no way, see, in person, they're able to tell lies, manipulate, and stuff like that, right? Because there's no proof, there's no evidence. But here online, there's evidence and proof that people could just upload, right? And you can't stop the amount of people. Even if you strike them or whatever, just the amount of people, and they could just re-upload and re-upload. You can't hold down the truth. The truth is going to come out. So that's why the ball is now against them, right? That's why, this is their kryptonite. But see, that doesn't stop them from trying though, right? Because, of course, because of their egos, they're not going to be able to realize their errors or even think that they're doing anything wrong, right? So they come on here and they still try to play the game that they have always played in person, right? Because they think that they're that good, right? They think that they're the ones. They always do think they're the ones, right? That they could just trick people and there's always a way out. And, they always got a trick up their sleeve, right? This is different, though. Because now people are recording you. uploading and pointing out your lies, then now your world is crumbling. Even if you create more lies, they point out the flaws in those, and now you just have nowhere to go, right? And some people just choose to just ignore it all in general, right? That's how big their egos are, right? They think, okay, I just want to address it and just keep moving on, and everything will be all gravy. Yes, there's individuals out there like that, right? No shame. They have no shame. You know what I mean? Because they think that they're that good. It's quite sad actually. Um, because you see that a lot happen on YouTube, right? Especially nowadays. Individuals constantly want to con and lie and stuff like that. But like I said, there's nowhere to go. One thing that people have to understand as well, that they can't seem to separate it. A troll is when somebody comes and lies about somebody, makes up stories about them, to bring them down, right? They don't want them to succeed, so they try to, tarnish their name, right, with lies and fabrications, deceivement, all this, right? So that's a troll. But if somebody comes and is only speaking the honest truth, right, and they have evidence to back up their statements, then therefore that person is not a troll. How can he be a troll? He's only coming and speaking the truth. He's only being honest. So he cannot be a troll. A troll is when somebody is making up, fabricating stuff about you. But if a person is simply coming and being honest and speaking the truth, then that person's not a troll. How can he be a troll? That's the difference. But nowadays, people can't tell the difference. People now come, right, and tell the truth about you, and now you get upset and want to call them trolls. When how? When they're speaking nothing but the truth. How are they trolling you? It's bad to be honest now? It's bad to speak the truth now? Since when? Strange times we live in. That is not trolling. That's not hating. That's being honest. Hating is when you have to make up something about somebody. This is being honest. And sometimes people don't like hearing the truth about individuals, right? Especially individuals that they get along with, and that, that they may not see them, in that sort of a way, right? But see, it's their inner battle with themselves, right? The reason why they just choose to not accept this, right? Or still live in the lie, is they don't want to believe that they were fooled. They don't want to believe that they have been tricked, or that they didn't catch on to it. Like, how was I not able to catch this? How was I not able to? It says more about themselves, right? They don't want to feel like they were fooled, or that they're not intelligent enough to see this, or that they were played, right? So since they don't want to deal with those inner battles, they choose to live in this world, right? Because as soon as they accept this, they now start to question, their ability to tell when somebody's lying or not, and have I been tricked by others before, and it's coming to that realization that they just choose to rather live in the fantasy world, right? There's some people that don't really like facing their problems, right? When in all true reality, but society has painted it that way, but in all true reality, we all make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you making a mistake. A mistake is only going to make you better, right? Because you learn from your mistakes, right? You learn from them, and it makes you a better person. So therefore, there is no reason why to be ashamed that you made a mistake, because we all make them. There is no such thing as somebody that's perfect or knows everything. You know what I mean? We're only human. But I get it. Nowadays, people don't want to be, humiliated, because nowadays, everybody wants to, get their clown on, or insult people because of this and that. Those are immature people. Don't worry about what they have to say. Mistakes only make you a better person if you learn from them. Now, if you choose not to learn from them, that's a different story, right? But if you learn from your mistake, it only makes you a better person. And like I said, we all make them. I have made a lot of them. Perfection doesn't exist. So there's nothing wrong with, we have all been tricked by individuals. Even I myself have been tricked by some of these individuals on here. We dust it off, we learn from it, and we move on. You know what I'm saying? Because people that are narcissists and sociopaths are really good at their craft, bro. Trust me, they're really good. So it's nothing to be ashamed about, right? Especially, when they cannot not talk their way out of what's being, called out on them, right? Because like I said, there's proof of so many videos that could just be thrown out there that now it's like they have nowhere to go, right? Now is now they have no choice but to, confront the reality of things, right? And that's their biggest fear. That will always be their biggest fear. Finally coming to the realization of who they truly are. There is nothing that they are more terrified than coming to this point. This is the ultimate fear of theirs. You get what I'm saying? You know. But that's why I always tell people will accept you and mess with you if you are just honest in this world, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody has a story to them, because we have all lived life. We have all had battles, struggles, and accomplishments, and, things that we have overcome, right? And I guarantee you there's people out there that are willing to listen to your story because everybody's story is unique in their own personal way, right? So people will listen if you just come and be honest. You don't have to make up stuff. You don't have to lie or manipulate. And you don't have to do all of that. Because then now you have to worry about the truth ever coming out, because it's eventually going to come out. Ain't nothing wrong with being real and honest, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. There is no reason why you would have to lie in this world. Because a lie is a ticking time bomb, bro. It's only a matter of time before it blows up. But I'm just saying, that's overall my opinion into the mind of an individual. When you try to understand them, you'll get lost in that maze of lies. But what is your opinion? Leave it in the comments. Shadow, yeah.